Hello everybody, my name is Chip, and today I am going through Dandy's World Creepypastas. So this isn't a normal thing that I usually do, I'm usually just, but I thought it would be fun to read off some Dandy's World Creepypastas and rate them, and I am here with two of my friends. They are going to help me rate them after, the whole creepypasta is read. And those two friends are Star and Hex. You've probably seen Hex, throughout some of the live streams that I've done. But
let me what do you mean probably?
I've only done, 2 or 3 live streams with you on this channel.
You're fired.
Aw, and Star is a new one. I have never recorded a video with Star, so that's interesting. So the first creepypasta we're going over is Overgrowth, which this one is, before I start, this one is a pretty short one compared to the other creepypastas I'll be going through, so I hope that's fine. Overgrowth is a sprout with a longer hair and a more snout-like appearance, with vines, leaves, and flowers blooming around its entire body. Overgrowth is a hard-to-encounter entity, being incredibly rare to find, which is why there is a massive lack of photography. But it is noted that the higher the floor you're on, the more likely it is to find him. However, when you do find him, the floor he is on will have no other twisteds, and will also spawn with items exclusive to Overgrowth, which are strawberries and large strawberries. He only spawns on Sprout's map. Strawberries give a 50% boost in all stats for 60 seconds, and large strawberries will heal a heart. Overgrowth can be communicated with as well, showing awareness that he is inside a game, and his current state he calls it. He is shown to often complain of hunger that won't go away, and has stated he was cursed or something by someone. Overgrowth is mostly peaceful and kept to himself, often sitting in places and not doing much, allowing players to extract. He may also lead players to items such as bandages, medkits, boxes of chocolate, bottles of pop, and many more. However, a even more rarely documented thing is that due to his hunger, he may enter a frenzied, murderous state, where he will attack the players. He will drop poisoned strawberries on the map during this time, which hurts the player and gives illness upon being consumed. He is also noted to gain a speed akin to Twisted Pebble, if not faster sometimes. Upon the death of a player, their game will crash and the toon is removed from their inventory, and Overgrowth will eat the corpse left behind. Overgrowth will calm down after doing so, but will be noticeably shaking out afterwards. Overgrowth states that he is unable to control when he enters this state. That's basically all we have right now. We have a couple of images from the thing, which right now you'll probably be seeing me drawing a version of Overgrowth that I see in it, which is basically probably going to be the same. Anyways, what did you guys think of it?
Sounds fun.
It honestly sounds great.
If you would rate this one 1 out of 10 and say what you would like better about it, what would you say?
I mean, it seems pretty well made for what it is, and personally I think they have a pretty good direction with it. If anything, I'd say add more detail and, explain more of the behavior, because, yeah, they've explained it a decent bit, but it was also left a little vague in my opinion, so they could have done a bit more there.
What about you, Star?
Me personally, I don't think that it'd be mostly a 7 out of 10. They have a good direction. It sounds great. It just sounds a little awkward sometimes. It sounds interesting, but I'm wondering what other ones, for example, like Astro or V might look like for versions of this. Or is this like a Sprout only? Because this seems like a very interesting idea. It's just lacking a little bit of expression for right now.
You know, it is interesting that you mentioned that, because now I really would like wonder if it is supposed to be like a genuine overgrowth, then V could be affected by that too, and I wonder how that would like alter the appearance if he was overtaken by like vines and whatnot, because that'd be a really interesting idea.
That would be a really interesting idea. At the end of this video, how about this? I will make a version of V and some of the other tunes of what I would think they would look like with an overgrowth on them.
That sounds interesting.
That sounds like it could be like a cool game mode or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah, because I do remember talking about like it'd be awful if they made it like Dead by Daylight. But it would be interesting if they made like an infection-based mode. Like, I'd say make an infection-based mode, and if we were to take inspiration from the overgrowth thing here, make it like that. But I'd say just about like every floor that he encounters, pick someone else to be instead of overgrowth.
That would be nice.
One thing that I did also find curious that Hex mentioned is that after our characters die, where we become twisted, right? Where do our bodies go? I think it'd be interesting that previous people who might have died, for example, if something like a V were to die, I'd say maybe like next floor, 2 floors later, maybe that could be the next overgrowth. Skin and all.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And like, obviously it wouldn't go that far, but like, if they did like a little cutscene before like you meet the next overgrowth, that'd be really interesting too. So like using the same idea as V, like have like a little vine snaking up to like the leg or something, and then just like slowly worming its way through the wires and whatnot. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be nice. So far, I would probably rate this one a 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I think it could go for more of a bigger direction than it's already heading towards. But so far, this is a pretty good one for how short it is. What do you guys think? What would you rate it?
In my opinion, hearing about 2 of the like different AUs about Dandy's World, which speaking of which I just went on to, hearing about the 2 other ones being Dandy's Worms and Sweet Blood, I feel like it has the same sort of direction as that, where it could go like something really, it could go really far with what it has already.
Rating. X.
So I'd give it a good 8 out of 10.
Me personally, I already said this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. You can talk first.
I've already said this, but I'd say 7 out of 10. We're currently just looking at almost a pilot of what it could be, and I feel like that it could be something great. It just might be lacking in a few areas, just a little bit, but it's definitely really good.
Sadly, I think this creepypasta is already finished because it doesn't have any work in progress tags or anything. But yeah, I think it could go like a bigger, like into like a bigger universe than it already has. But yeah, guys, that was the first creepypasta. So basically what we got is, if I would combine all the ratings, let's say it's a 8 out of 10. And it's really good. It's really good. I genuinely like it.
Ratings, not to cut you off, but I feel like if we were combining the ratings, I feel like it'd be better to say it's more of a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, this one's really good for a short one. I don't know, like, compared to any of the other ones or anything, but this one's pretty good. The other ones are probably gonna go into the emo territory, and I'm glad that this one didn't. So the next one we got is more of a character that hates toxicity. Their name is Hellikish. They are a parody of Blot. Their catchphrase is, "I take the souls of the toxic and nasty to my own. More torturous, painful, hell." And the appearance, he appears as a blot, though being made of a seemingly thick red and orange liquid. He is more drippy, and instead of an eye, he has a cross. He also doesn't have legs, and instead just has a tube that gets wider and wider until it hits the floor. His personality, a calm but powerful blue Mondo. He is usually calm and sometimes helpful. Though if you're mean around him, he will be hostile and will act like he hates you. He also sometimes talks about the souls he's captured and sent to his own hell. Okay, here's a thing that goes with these creepypastas, is some of them are like meant to be summoned inside of the game, and this one's one of it. His summoning is say as it follows: Hellfire, burning in hellfire, they burn the sinful, the hateful, the spiteful, the rude, the toxic, the mean. They are in pain, in your hell. Burn, they burn. Hellikish, if you hear me, and please do. Come here and meet me, I beg of you.
I need to say this. I really don't want to discourage whoever made this or other people from making stuff, but oh my god, this sounds like a 4-year-old made it after their mom told them no.
I guess. I don't want to be mean though. Anyways, I will continue. Though alternatively, you can go to the diner and RP in there about Blot dying in a house fire. That works too. Actually, role-playing about Blot in diner regularly does it too. He can also appear by random. He appears in private servers commonly, though only 2 times he has been spotted in public. Behavior. When spawned in, he will just interact, maybe join on roleplays, though eventually he will make you do a run, where he tests if you're toxic or not, while also helping by doing it very good. He can also summon Magmon as a replicate for Blot Jr. He will also do ghost hunts with you, though if you're toxic, he will manifest inside your home. I'm sorry.
I mean, yet.
I don't want to be rude.
It's not entirely being rude as long as we just don't overdo it. Because, like, yeah, not that great. There's still further to go, and as long as we get fucking criticism, it can probably improve.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely honest. I can't tell if it was like someone young who made this, or if the person that made this just wanted it to seem like as, I don't want to say cringe, maybe as self-aware as possible, because it feels like they're leaning heavy into this for a reason. It feels like they're self-aware.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna continue. And if you're in a room with a door, he will break it down. When he finds you, he will a bunch of squares. Though, if you hit efficiently and long enough, he will demanifest and you will be fine. This is very bad he is very bad at finding people when they are hiding. What? So that's basically all of it. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think that the person can improve on? What do you guys think of anything in this?
Okay, so to be honest, I feel like that this was made by somebody who got a little too mad at somebody. And like, the thing is that whenever it comes to lore and background, is that this game, everything is cartoony. It's not like the whole horror is that, oh, cartoony turned evil. I see something a bit like Shrimpo, which might be interesting. It's just that they're leaning, like, even Shrimpo is ridiculously mean, if that makes sense. Like, cartoonishly mean. He's like a mean villain. And if this was something like showing others that even the bad can improve, then yeah, I get it. But this is just a bit much. If that it's a bit too much for just base. Like, if they wanted to do something like this for Twisted, then yeah. And the idea for Hellfire in a show for children is a bit much. So I feel like that they could definitely tone down all of that for maybe its twisted form, but a roleplay only twisted sounds a little ridiculous. Not just a little, it sounds very ridiculous, honestly. Like, we shouldn't have a character that's only available in roleplay servers of all things. So, I feel like that they just definitely need to go ahead and change around the behavior. They might need to do, like, the design is cool. It could be something like a Halloween tune, but this is just, like, too edgy. It's not even like a jokingly type of edgy. It's just way too edgy. 3 out of 10. There's definitely ways to improve.
I couldn't say it any better.
Yeah.
What about you, Hicks?
Again, like I mentioned, it feels like either someone really young ended up making it after they got mad, or it was someone who was bored and just decided to be as self-aware as possible. Either way, in terms of humor, it gets a 10 out of 10 from me, but in terms of story, I can't really give it a good rating. I'd say maybe a 2 at best.
I can't say much about this. It's basically all that you guys said. What I do think, that, like, this would definitely fit more as, like, a different creepypasta than Dandy's World. Like, hell entity, like dragon, like manifesting into someone's home. That's what I don't like about creepypastas sometimes. Sometimes they mix like in-game shit with reality with no purpose. And sometimes I wish that they would genuinely, if you're gonna manifest in-game shit with reality, make it realistic. Make it like hallucinogenic stuff. Like there's there's flashing lights that could like cause a seizure or shit like that. Stuff like that would work. I'm gonna be straight up, not this.
Yeah, because manifesting inside of your heart, what's that supposed to mean? Like, how are you supposed? He doesn't spot you while you're hiding? Yeah, that's kind of what he does. But I feel like that maybe a lore redesign. I feel like this could be something like almost resembling addiction without saying it. For example, say that it could be somebody who like really, really, really likes chocolate, and their twisted form is them, just being covered in chocolate. They could be just like way overdone, or it could be somebody who like likes to party and their twisted form, they like make certain lights flashy, and if you look at it for too long, then I don't know, it could distort your vision, and then the actual twisted could appear. It could be something like that. I just feel like that this is way too much. Definitely fits in a better game.
So on that approach, I can't actually say, because you've given me like a different viewpoint to it. Like if you were to actually do something and like you want, it manifests in your house or it manifests around you, I feel like it'd be better if they tried to go for more of like a fear angle towards it. So like flashing lights on the screen, or like maybe flashing like something disturbing along your monitor, and then as it continues, you'd like say like your heart starts racing, or you start hearing things, start seeing visions of it, but it's not actually there.
Yeah, that like what I said, like hallucinogenic imagery. That would fit way better with this. So far, I am sorry to the creator, but I rate this a 3 out of 10.
For Danny's World specifically, it could be a lot better in a different game.
Yeah, or a different universe. But yeah, I think the whole rating, you guys did 2 out of 10, right?
I did.
He did 2, I did 3.
Okay, so I think the rating for this one would be a 2.8 out of 10 combined. So let's go on to the next one. I see one that I do want to look at real quick, because I just saw it pop up on my thing. It's a V creepypasta. It's a work in progress right now, so let's not be too much of a critic here. This one's called Distraction, sometimes called Newscaster V. is a V-like blue manto, who has been randomly encountered by several players. Physical appearance. Distraction is a humanoid entity who loosely resembles Twisted V, though with many differences. She lacks ichor, staining, or physical injury, and is smiling instead of scowling. She has unnervingly human-like eyes and lipstick-covered mouth, both not resembling the blush crunch style whatsoever. Distraction also wears a brown suit with a green necktie. Personality. Distraction is a very chatty and social, often conversing with any player who encounters her. Most of these conversations are one-sided, but she continuously speaks on and on about a variety of subjects. She loves to talk. Listen to her. Larynx. The longer and longer you listen to her speak, the more focused she becomes. She can see through players, into their lives, into their psyches. She is a great friend to talk to for this exact reason. But wait, what was that she said? The tower. Unexpected changes. Disruption of the status quo. Chaos. Disorder. A thing whose shadow stretches like a dark tree. A thing that's not supposed to be here. I mean, for work in progress, it's decent, but right now we don't got much lore on the creepypasta, so I can't say much about it, but it's pretty decent right now. What do you guys think?
Well, in my opinion, it's really interesting, and I like the idea of like self-aware things in a place it shouldn't be. I've often looked at stuff like that, or like, as you know, like weird core-based stuff. That's kind of like the central idea behind it. It's not how it's supposed to be, and that stuff interests me. However, I feel like in the sense of that, it would have been better if they had made the character more like, say, Fox from Hazbin Hotel, where you need to keep your eye on them, or you need to give them the attention, or they're gonna start like lashing out or getting hostile or something of the sort.
So something like listen?
In a sense, yeah. Because I feel like, yeah, like having a distractive character is interesting, but it feels like it'd be much better if there was more weight behind not letting them do what they're trying to do.
Gotta make using more impactful.
Yeah, because currently it just feels like you're not listening to me, so I'm just going to be over here, or I'm going to find someone else. It feels like it'd be better if it was more like, you're not listening to me, I will make you listen.
Yeah, and what you're saying connects with the character design I just showed you of what they look like. It's in the chat.
Yeah, it feels like that would be a much better direction for the character, especially now looking at their actual character design. It feels like that would have been a much better idea for it. But me personally, the story over like the behavior, the story is interesting. I personally like it. I'd say it's not as good as the Overgrowth one. I'll give it an 8.
Honestly, for me, I really like this idea, but I'm not exactly sure on their behavior. I like the lore behind it. It's just that their behavior, like, isn't like if you don't listen to them long enough. It's a little unclear, because the way that I kind of saw it was like, if you don't, like if you stay near them for a bit too long, you know, your vision or something might get screwed up. So, is it like, if you don't listen for a long, I'm a little confused here, but whenever it comes to like the actual character design and lore, I feel like it's great. It might be encompassed a bit by other characters, it might be done better by other characters, but I feel like that it does quite alright in design at least, and it does, well, a little mediocre for, actual behavior. I'm wondering, like, this is for V and V only. Is this like something that weekly? Would this be like a weekly only? Would this be like some sort of? I'm just a little confused here, because what would this be used for? Would other characters have this? Would this serve some sort of in-game purpose? Overall, I feel like it's quite alright. Just needs to be polished up quite a bit more than overgrowth. So I'm giving it a good 6.
Actually, now that you say that, there is something interesting to that, because like, if it's supposed to be like a version of V, it'd be cool if, like, say if Twisted V showed up, there was a chance that like they'd be possessed by this sort of separate variation, or they'd be replaced in some sense. Either that, or make like a player character end up showing signs of it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What I've seen about this character is that, it's basically Glisten, but we don't know what she will do to us yet. It's work in progress, of course. We're gonna see it later on, and I might go back to this one because it's a very interesting one. Actually gonna bookmark it here. But this one is... I give it an 8 out of 10, but I feel like its whole goal here is to distract the player as much as it can, but for what reason, though? What reason is it distracting the player?
Are you talking about, like, is it out of envy that they aren't getting all the attention? Is it out of, like, do they know that they are, like, distracting and screwing you over? Do they know that they're doing this? Or do they just want attention and they're doing this by accident?
That's what I'm asking. And this, shows my theory, too. Their name is literally Distraction. So, yeah. So far, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, that's our rating on that one. We're gonna go to the next one.
Well, I'd say it's a good time to use this as like a general talking point on everything we've discussed so far, so while you're looking for that. Personally, I like the creativity that this community has so far, but there are certain things that kind of just feel like blatantly reused ideas, or like they were just a little too lazy in making something, so they just decided to do something else.
Yeah.
Or not do something else, but more like they decided to just give it a new coat of paint, to say.
This character, but a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.